Joker, Harley, Criminal Sanity, issue 5. Cami Garcia writing with Jason Abador and Miko Suain on the art. Am I the only one who read this issue?
No, so I read
You
this, but
did?
it was
Oh.
during the read. I was like, I don't remember a lot of what's been going on. I don't know how many issues are left, but I'm good. This is the last one I read for right now. And then when it all comes out, I'll get caught up because I do like what's going on. I feel like I'm missing pieces because I'm forgetting stuff. You know?
Yeah. I mean, I know I said last week I was probably going to read this, but I think I said at the end of last week, I was pretty like kind of unenthused about it because I kind of forgotten that it existed, and I wasn't that bothered by forgetting. If that, like it wasn't like, oh, this is back. It's a nice surprise. I'm like, oh yeah, that's a thing.
No. So I read it with no caveats. I don't have to explain anything. I'm not feeling too bad about the forgetting things. This issue in particular feels so focused in just the meeting, because the last issue ended with the cliffhanger of Harley coming home and Joker being there, and this sets up this idea that he has her tied to the chair, and he's is he going to kill her? Obviously he's not, but it kind of sets up this idea that he likes that she's doing such a good job of chronicling what he is and what he's been doing. And essentially it just sets some ground rules, and off he goes to do his next big thing. And so now it becomes Harley having like extra information that she's too ashamed to like share with Gordon and the police, because like I had him in my apartment. I almost could have tried something and took him down, and and she's thinking this as she's like punching and kicking a bag. Like she's clearly someone who keeps in shape and trains and isn't completely defenseless. So she has this skill, but we get like a flashback again of how he kills his stepfather, who's not even his, as we find out, he's not even his real father.
Not even really his stepfather. That's who he thought raised him.
Yeah.
And once he finds this out, he has zero ties to him, and it's the first Joker murder. Yeah,
because he sort of kills him, and then he smears the blood across his mouth, and it kind of creates the Joker smile. It's almost a little like
on the
nose, but like I did actually like what he did next though. I liked him taking the wire coat frame and putting it in the mouth to make a forced smile. That felt like a super brutal, like sort of in like low budget way of doing the Joker smile on your victim.
Yeah, because we're establishing this is kind of David Fincher 7 in Gotham, and that this is his first. It wasn't necessarily the murder and the blood on his face that made him Joker in this world. It's him deciding to desecrate the body for art's sake. I say that with quotes.
What's interesting is that now we're nowhere yet in essentially David Fincher's Riddler in the movie. So there's definitely I was having that in my head as I was reading this, thinking, it's kind of funny how they're kind of going that route with another villain in the next movie. But so yeah, basically Joker releases this video of like a victim upside down in a tank in water. He's got an oxygen tank, but there's a timer running out until the person dies. It says 3 hours on it when you first see it. So they're basically looking through pools and anywhere in the city where it's, because it's clear that it's not a river or anything like that. The water's too clean. It's obviously in a pool or a tank or something. And they're looking around, needle in a haystack, checking out swimming pools, and it's kind of interesting how it's playing with the color versus the black and white pages now, because now it's not really flashbacks anymore. I mean, maybe there will still be more, but at least in this issue, the color comes into it outside of the main flashback, where the people who work in this aquarium, there's this, case that has a black, cloth over it saying open at, 10 p.m. or whatever it is. And this stuff's all in color. The discovery of the body, where he's already dead, but there's a second little timer, it's a little bomb just to smash the glass, so all the witnesses who are in the aquarium, because it's open at the time.
I got worried that we were going to get Joker sharks again. And just by bad planning because of the pandemic, and that we were going to have the 3 Jokers thing, and then here, but it doesn't go that way.
No, not at all. It would definitely be a bit more over the top for this book. Not that this book is over the top and it's serial killer stuff, but it's not over the top in that it has, Joker fish and stuff like that. And at least if it did, it would be a dead fish that he's like desecrated, not like fish that are still alive that have Joker smiles on them. So yeah. But yeah, basically Joker's like watching the security feed of this aquarium as they're finding the body, and Harley's frustrated, she's feeling guilty, she's being yelled at by superiors, and the final page is Joker just watching her face on the screen saying, "See you soon, Dr. Quinn." So it's this idea that he's becoming obsessed with her, and her like fascination with him. So you can kind of see that the Harley Joker kind of like what we saw in Harleen, for example, kind of playing out, but in a different arena. Like instead of being.
But I like that it's opposite. That he's obsessed. He's actually obsessed with her because of the feedback loop of the attention, right? That she was able to figure out who he was because she's so good at her job, and he likes the attention because he's a serial killer, right? That's why he leaves these testaments to art. And
it's basically, to compare it to something that people might have seen, if you saw Mindhunter, it's kind of how like some of the Mindhunter killers love talking about it. You know, I mean, obviously personality-wise, he's nothing like Ed Kemper, but it definitely gave me like I was thinking of those types of thing where they love talking about what they've done because they love to get the attention. They love to tell people the details and all the little quirks they put into it because they're really proud of all the little things. This is like, this is someone who finally kind of is calling what I'm doing art. Not that she's into it and as an art, but she recognizes that's what it is to him. That these literally the way he's displaying the bodies, the way he's doing all these things are all art pieces to him. Yeah. I didn't feel too lost when I was reading this, to be honest. Even though there is big gaps between the issues, which
it was one of these things where I was trying to piece together the dad stuff, which I had forgotten about, and like her bringing up that I had the guy that killed in here, and she got really mad, and it took me a second to remember all of that stuff too. So I'm like, I just want to read this and enjoy it, as you know what I mean, as quick as I can. Not as quick, but you know what I mean, where it's all right after the other. So
yeah, I mean, as it stands, I still plan on reading it as it's coming out. I've been enjoying it. The art is definitely not necessarily always perfect, but there's definitely a spectacle to the art because it's going for this completely different look to what most comic books have. Yeah, so good. The black and white stuff especially, I think. But what are you giving the issue, Matt?
I'm gonna give this a 7.5.
Yeah, I'll probably go the straight 8, I think, on this one.